Hello and welcome to another lesson in the creation of our school management system. And in this lesson, we're going to deal with how to work on our fees collection and payment session. So let's just dive right into it. Now, depending upon the payment structure of the school, in this case, we are going to be using our own random amounts as our payment structure. So in this case, our classes include KG 1 to basic 9, that is JHS 3. So we assume that it's an assumption. It depends upon what and how you want yours to be. So we go ahead and do that, but make sure you follow the principle of our coding and other stuffs here. We assume that KG1 pays 100 cedis, KG2 200, basic 1 300, basic 2 400, in that order to basic 9. So that is how we are going to assume our payment structure is. So to go ahead and work with that, the class is going to determine the fee. So when we enter the class here, automatically the fee will be determined here as well. So that is how it's going to be. So let's just go ahead and start entering the formulas. So let's clear this mess here and clear this here as well. So in the fees column, so just type equal to, and then we begin if, then into brackets cell C6 where the fees the classes are going to be is equal to, then we deal with the class. Let's say, so we start with, after the equal sign, bring inverted commas, then you type the class KG1, then you bring the inverted commas again. If C6, if the cell there, the class for that particular student is KG1, then comma, then the fee is going to be followed. The fee should be 100 cedis, then comma again. So you proceed again with another if. So it gets all the classes. If into brackets C6 is equal to, then inverted commas KG2, then you close the commas, comma, then the fee is going to be 200 cedis, 200, and another comma comes, and we are done with that. If again, brackets open, cell C6 again is equal to is equal to, then inverted commas basic 1, then we close inverted commas, then comma, it's equal to basic 1, then the fee is going to be 300 cedis, and we have 300 cedis, another comma. If into brackets cell C6 is equal to, then inverted commas basic 2, then we close the comma, then the fee is going to be 400 cedis, basic 2, then comma, and the fee is going to be 400 cedis, then comma again, and we go to another if into brackets cell C6 is equal to, inverted commas again, basic 3, then we close the inverted commas, then comma, then the fee is going to be what, 500, another comma again, and bring if cell C6 is equal to, inverted commas basic 4, then we close the inverted commas, then comma, and the fee is going to be what, 600 cedis, 600, then comma. If C6 is equal to, open the inverted commas, is equal to basic 5, then close the inverted commas, comma, and the fee is going to be what, 700, so 700, another comma. Then if C6 is equal to, then inverted commas is equal to, you have basic 6, then close the inverted commas, then comma, and the fee is going to be what, 800, then comma. If C6 is equal to, inverted commas basic we have 7, then we close the inverted commas, then comma, and the fee is going to be what, 900, then comma. if C6 is equal to inverted commas basic 8, we close our inverted commas, then comma, and the fee is going to be what? 1000, then comma. If C6, sorry, if into brackets C6 is equal to, then open the inverted commas, basic 9, then we close the inverted commas, then comma, and the fee is going to be what? 1100, then comma. Then another if, the final one, if that is cell C6 into bracket C6 is equal to just an empty string, nothing is in there, then comma, then we would like to have 0 there. Yes, that is what we want, just 0 in there, or maybe nothing. Then we have comma again. Yes. Okay, then let's delete the final comma there again before we confirm our brackets, the number of brackets. So now right now what we're going to do is just to count the number of brackets we have in there, just to count the number of brackets we have in there. Right, at least that will help us to get the, what they call it, the number of brackets to close. So let's count them. We have 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, let me see. We have from the KG1, so that of KG1 2, basic 1, basic 2, basic 3, basic 4, basic 5, basic 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, let me just count from here. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. They come after if, right? Okay, 1 there, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here, 5 here, 6 here, 7 here, 8 here, 9, 10, and 11. Let me confirm, please. I don't want to make any mistake here, please. You have 1 for KG1 that is hidden, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11. Okay, let's just close them. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Okay, let's hit enter and see. Good. So we are done with that. Our formula is working perfectly. So let's just assume, okay, let's just autofill it. Let's double click to autofill. Oh, sorry. Oh gosh. Let me just undo what I've just done. So let's just drag to get to the last student. Good. So there we go. So here, since there is nothing again, should be 0. But then let's just enter some random classes here. Let's say basic 9 here. Sorry, basic 9, and the fee is 1100. Let's just enter basic 4 here. The fee is 600. So that is what is going to happen. So we are going to be using the user form to enter this, but for now we are still in the process of building. So we just be entering the figures like that, just to be testing our formulas. So as we enter the formulas, please, and make references, make sure we take good care of those sheets in order not to mess our suffering up. That is that. Just sip some water. Thank you. So let's proceed and check on other few things we need to do. Let's just go ahead and work on the, what do you call it, the payments, the amount received, balance, as well as the status. So we start with the received. The amount received, the formula is going to be the sum of all the installments. So that is that, the sum of all the installments. So just going to start with the installment. One has the column is G, and then the last one, the column is J. So we just in here, we just type equal to, then sum, then we just make reference to those, or we can just drag from first to last. So just sum of all this. Then we close the brackets, then we hit enter. So that is that. We just sum that up, and then that is G6 to J6. So that is the amount received. The balance, let's clear this. Okay, let me just autofill this before. So let's double click to autofill. Good, we have that up and running. Excellent. Let's just come to the balance. Let's come to the balance. With the balance, we have the formula is going to be F6, that is the fee, minus the K6 minus the balance. So that's what's going to be the fees minus the balance. So we type equal to here, then we just go to click on the F6 where the fees are, this, then minus the balance, sorry, minus the K6, that is the minus the amount received. So minus this. Good. So we just hit enter, and then we are good to go. So it means there is no balance here. So we just double click to autofill. Oh gosh, let me just undo this action and then just drag to autofill. Okay, let me just clear this. Let's just double click to see autofill now. Good, we have that up and running as well. So that is that. Now let's just check on the status here. So we're going to do some conditional formatting with this to determine if the student has paid or unpaid. So let's go ahead and execute that. Now let's go ahead and do that. But I think before we do that, I'm just sensing something here. Let's come and fix some error in our there's a problem we might be encountering here. So let's fix that before we proceed with the execution of the status formulas. So let's just click somewhere inside our formulas and press the right arrow. Let's get to the end of the formula, or yes, to the end of it here. So where we were saying if the cell C6 is empty, then we want 0 to appear there. Let's change the 0 to false. Good. So let's hit enter. So we are good to go with that. So let's double click to autofill. Good. I'll explain to you why I've done this. Let's just proceed. Now let's come here and then execute our formulas here for the status. What is going to happen here is this. We're going to use a formula, the if statement formula. And what we are going to do is this. We're going to compare the amount we have received with that of the school fees. That is cell column K and then column F. So we're going to see if the amount we have received is either greater or equal to the school fees. Then it means payment is completed. Else, payment is what? The uncompleted, or the student hasn't paid. Let's just go ahead and then execute that formula. I'm repeating this. What I'm saying is that if the amount we have received is either greater or equal to the fees, it means the student has paid. Payment completed. Else, anything less than that means payment is not completed, and for that matter, still unpaid. Since you haven't taken your receipt, you haven't paid. So that is that. So let's just go ahead and then execute the formula here. So let's just clear this and clear this as well. So let's make sure equals sign is there, and then if cell K6, what is it? The first cell K6 is either greater or equal to F6, the fees. Let's just click this, then comma, then the payment status should be what? Completed. Then you close the inverted commas at the top, then you bring another comma. Else, then you open another inverted commas. The student hasn't paid it, so we say unpaid. Then you close your inverted commas, then you close your brackets, then you hit enter. So in this case, payment here is completed. Let's just double click to see for the rest. So unpaid, 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 and all that. Now what is going to happen here is this. The reason why, that is why in programming sometimes you just have to be smart and think. The reason why I quickly change these zeros to false is this. In our if statement here, we said if the amount we have received here is either greater or equal to the fees the student has paid, right? Yes, so we accept that. Else, if anything less than that, the student hasn't paid. And don't forget, initially we set this toward zeros, and 0 is less than the amount. When we said anything less than that, 0 is also a number and it's less than the amount we have assigned. So in that case, if we were to allow here to be 0, all this would have been what? Completed. That is what it would have been, which will mess everything up for us, and that is exactly why we have done this. Now let's just go ahead and then use conditional formatting to differentiate between payment completion and then unpaid. So let's make sure the first cell is selected. Let's go to under the home tab. Let's go to conditional formatting. Let's come to the highlight cells rules. And let's come to equal to. So if the cell is equal to completed, let's make sure the spelling is correct. Then we would like the color there to be filled with dark green text. So let's click on OK. So we have that. So let's just double click to autofill. So we have done that. Now let's just go ahead and then give it another conditional formatting again. That is if, let me just check whether okay, let's check for other people to see. The fees for this particular student is what? 600. Let's just pay for him, so we can see for now it's unpaid. Let's just pay 200 here, 200 here, 200 here. Let's just check the payment status now. You can see completed. Good. Now let's just go ahead and format it again for those who haven't paid and see what's going to happen there. Let's still go to conditional formatting. Let's go to highlight rules and come to equal to. If the cell is equal to the text or unpaid, then we would like to have filled with red dark text. So let's just click on OK. That is selected. So with this, let's just double click to autofill. So you can see that we have all the unpaid red and all that. So to make all this look good, let's just go ahead and add some random classes, and then we determine their fees, and from there we determine whether they are paid or not and all that. So let's just type here, let's say basic. Okay, let me just check something before we do that. Let's type here basic 6. The fees is 800, it's there. Basic 8. The fees is 1000, is there. Basic 3. The fees is 500, is there. Let's make sure we type all this well, else it wouldn't work. Now let's just go. You can see for now the 3 I've just added are still unpaid. So let's just go ahead and then check out something here. So let's pay the first installment is 400. The one going to pay, that is 1000. Second installment is 200. That is making it 600. So the amount received, let's check, we have 600 here. So out of 1000 is left 400 again. So let's pay 200 here again, making 800, and then finally 200 here, making 1000. So let's just check the payment status completed. So it means it's working perfectly as expected. So I think we are done working on this. So we'll leave it this way. When we are ready to start packaging our system, we're going to clear some unnecessary information on there. What we have entered, clear everything, leaving the columns with formulas, please. Let's make sure we don't tamper with them, else spoil your work. So leaving the columns with formulas and then cell references, just to make sure you don't tamper with them. So till our next video, where we're going to be working on the payment receipt and then admission receipt. So thank you very much for watching, and then don't forget to save your work. Bye for now.